Among those who borrow, the average graduation debt is 25,921. Um, as we're all college students, I felt like this was an important topic to talk about. Whether your parents paid for your tuition in full or partial, this is still something that we all should be looking into. Um, the average tuition for an in-state Washington student is $12,800, so that puts a little bit more perspective on it. I'm Travis Tucker, and I just want to talk to you about how tuition should be lowered since we're in a pandemic and we're on all online classes. My reasoning to start is the resources. We still have stuff like the library and like the tutoring that they do, but the amount of time that they're willing, there's not a lot of availability, so it leaves a lot of students out. There's like a wide range of students that aren't getting it. Um, Especially if you go to if you're still at home trying to save money, doing online stuff, you're losing pretty much all resources that are at Central. For example, when I was a freshman, I didn't have a laptop, wasn't able to buy my own, so I was constantly going back and forth to the library, 2 to 3 times a day doing different assignments, exams. Became stressful. Was able to get the resource to where I could rent my own laptop from the school. Um, Really, really helpful. 4 years down the road, after I got my own laptop, it decided not to work anymore. Usually I would go to Samuelson and have those people work on my laptop. Unfortunately, they're not in there right now, so we lose that resource. Um, and then again, the multimodal center that's also in Samuelson. I was a frequent user of the cameras, the laptops, the microphones, everything. Being a comm major, you have to use that. The studios as well were really, really helpful, and now they're just not open, which really, really kind of sucks for everybody. Um, we kind of, I mean, as you would understand, we lose the resources of knowing, get to collaborate with each other, getting to see our professors face to face, so that sucks as a resource as well. Um, but yeah, so that's something that is a very good factor of why we should lower tuition. My second one is missing out on a college experience. I wouldn't say it's super, super important for every college student, but if you're going to a 4 year university, you're coming here specifically for a college experience. If you're not going to go to a trade school or community college, 4 year schools are just definitely for the all around uh, aspect um, of college experience. So, being able to, go to the circ or whatever for like freshmen, like that's awful. Like they have kids living in the dorms right now where you can't even go and like meet anybody. It's not like you have classes. Like my freshman year, that was the biggest thing, was being able to work with your dorm, and it was all stupid little games I thought at the time, but that really helped concrete a lot of friendships and a lot of helping me open up you know to doing a lot of things that usually I wouldn't do as a younger high school student. I think it's a really big Ponzi scheme that they're having people live in the dorms when you can't. We're in a pandemic. That just doesn't make sense. You can't have a roommate. Just by yourself, that'd be really lonely. Like, just imagine being a foreign exchange student. Like, this is your first experience of America, and you gotta go by these guidelines. Like, it wouldn't be very efficient, and it seems really, really lonely, and it would be super rough to be a student then. Another thing is, like, I would give an example of like going to football games, or just any sporting event is just a huge college culture thing. It gives you pride in your school. You love to see your school win. Just not like, I mean, we all love going to watch sports and stuff. So it's like being able to see our team just upgrade. Like, especially if you're football people, it was always fun to go to the games. We have the free hot dogs, everything. Meet a bunch of people. Um, Sit in the crowd chanting with doing chants with people you've never met, and then it's easy way to meet people and stuff like that, and it's just a good college experience. Another thing I would say is like partying. I mean, it's not completely like you don't need to party, but it's totally a part of the college experience. Like, for example, like just being able to have drinks and just like you know party around with your friends and meet friends of their friends. It's just a whole networking system that we're really, really losing, and that that's harder to like argue about why we should why we should lower tuition based off of that. But that is like for a 4-year school, we are here for the college life and the college aspects. So when you don't have that, you need to see some type of decrease into, like you get some type of decrease in payment or something like that. Just all around. My last point is my most important point, and I would say is the overall schooling we're receiving isn't is not what even close to what we should be. I've talked to a lot of people, and me personally, I'm a physical, like I need to physically be in that class. I need to be watching, I need to be able to be attentive, be able to ask questions and stuff like that. So not being able to be on campus has affected my grades super, super bad. And it has nothing to do with the professors. But the professor that's watching this, you're doing a great job. It's not their fault. They're just trying to adapt to these learning styles that we're being forced into. I could only imagine they want to be back in the class as well instead of getting bombarded with thousands and thousands of emails every single day. Like, I think that we all came here for a higher education. And when it comes to us being online and having to teach ourselves, that's not the higher education we were looking for. I wanted to come in and get real life experience through these professors that have been in the field, you know, really worked hard. I just want to be able to move on and put all that into my own career. And just maybe the president, President Godino should probably take stop taking $15,000 a month and putting it in his bar in his house. I don't know. Might be a rumor, might be true, but maybe funding could be done a little bit better. As students and faculty, we deserve better. Hardworking, broke college kids all over are struggling, and help is nowhere to be seen. As a whole, tuition needs to be decreased. Uh, the wise words of Bob Marley: "Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver and gold." And I think this, the top people at for Central, as the president and stuff, and people that do the funding should really take that into consideration. Once again, I'm Travis Tucker, and I appreciate you guys watching.